right, we should be live. Waiting for the chat and stuff to catch up. I think we're good. Yeah, looks like we are live. All right. There we go. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name's Jason. I stream my adventures, learning and creating digital art here. And recently I have been streaming me doing props for a diorama I'm working on. But one of the subscribers on my YouTube channel asked if I could look at this sword and maybe help him. How do I look at who asked the question? Sorry, I'm pretty new to how it all answering people's questions about things. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, that's the username is Rydell. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But he was asking he was curious if I could show the preparation of the model for sculpting and creating the ID map in Zrbush. So I'm gonna see if we can help explain that a little more clearly. So right off the bat, I have the FBX file that he sent for me to download, and as you can see, it's a bastard sword. I'm not sure if it's the file format he used, because sometimes things come out really huge. But just to give you an idea, this thing is huge right now. Like if I make a cube, my default cube setting is let's see, 1 meter by 1 meter, and I think a meter is like 3 feet. So that's like a 3 foot by 3 foot cube. So that just gives you an idea of how gigantic this sword is. I think that might be the file format. So I'm gonna scale this down a lot. Let me put that cube back in there just so I can have that's a little more realistic. And then so let's see, it looks like this is a bunch of different objects, which is sort of what you would want after you have after you have all your sculpting done and your low poly, and you have it separated to bring into Substance Painter. or marmoset or wherever you decide to bake it. On the edit mode, and I see you have it separated into its own pieces. That's good. But one thing I noticed is, like for example, we'll select this part on the edit mode. It's if you're taking this into ZBrush and you want to sculpt it and use like use Dynamesh. One thing I've found is that Dynamesh doesn't like or doesn't seem to work well on things that aren't a solid piece. Like this is just a really open thing right now. It's basically just a couple of planes running along each other. So like what I would do here with this, I would try to make these manifold pieces, so to speak, so that they're so that you can close it off and it'll work out with Dynamesh in ZBrush a lot better. So Control E, and then unbridge that. I'm just selecting that edge so you can kind of see, or hell, let me go to face mode. So you can see I'm putting faces in there to turn this into one solid piece. Just because I find that Dynamesh is, it can be picky like that. If you're doing the close or bridge edge loops thing, what's happening there? Weird. Is there a vertice there? Oh, there is. Oh, I see. You have a vertice here to hold that shape. So, yep. You know what? It's not going to like that either. ZBrush doesn't like n-gons. It's going to triangulate that. Let me look at that. So you basically have that there to hold this little shape. Okay. So what I would do is I would just get the knife tool. Oops. See, let's see. K and then Z. I think that'll cut through. Yeah. And then same thing on this side. K and then Z. That should cut through, yeah. That way you still hold the shape, but you have a quad there instead of, because when you import this into ZBrush, it would have made a triangle there, I think. And it also looks like there's something going on here. Did you want all these edges? I don't think you need these edges to be creased. That one, it makes sense. I don't know about those two. You jump back into okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and this should, when we bring it into Zbrush and you Dynamesh it, it'll hold its, it should hold its form a lot better now. Okay, let's look at some of the other parts you have here. Check this part out. Yeah, see, these are basically just planes, and I see what you're doing. You have each part separated so that you can sculpt your details on specific areas of the sword. Like you probably want to do like runes or something along this part, or a design, and then maybe some more runes and designs here. I forget what this part's called. This channel in the sword. But they put those channels in the sword so that when they stab somebody, it lets their blood flow out easier. Like, isn't that crazy? It actually serves a purpose. But anyways, let's check this part out. So let's isolate that on edit mode. Yeah, basically I would just bridge these edge loops. Let me see, it's not gonna let me do that. So that instead. Oops. I'll deselect that one. Control E, bridge edge loops. And same thing on this side. Shift select all of these. Or Alt Shift, deselect that guy. Control E, bridge edge loops. And let's see. Same thing here. We just want to close that. Close that. And now this is one solid piece. And let's just do a remove doubles just to make sure we don't have anything weird going on. And now when we bring this into ZBrush and use Dynamesh, I find that it just prefers your pieces to be solid pieces. Dynamesh is tricky when you have really thin meshes or thin objects that you're working with. Yeah, so basically we just need to do the same thing on all of these. Basically make them solid. Edge loops. And there might be better ways to do this, but this is the way I've found that works the easiest. All right, that piece is solid. Check this piece out. Just do remove doubles. Looks good. I think this piece should be okay. And that piece looks fine. We got a piece here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to make this. We don't need to, but like I said, I think it just Dynamesh I find just works better when you have like a solid object with closed, that's completely enclosed. So we'll just let's see, we'll duplicate that. Then we'll rotate on the Z for 80. Let's turn snapping on and we'll go to vertex. Bring that there. Select all, remove doubles. Control N. Make sure everything is right with the faces. Oh yeah. And then here we'll just Same thing. Close this off. Control E, bridge edge loops. And we'll do one down here. Whoops. That didn't work out how I wanted it to. I didn't mean to grab both of those. And close this off. This way it'll be nice and watered out, even though you don't necessarily need it to be. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to do that. I'm sorry, this is I want to do this. I want to bridge these. There we go. And let's just select all, remove doubles. Okay. Bring everything back. And we'll just kind of continue the process. Whoops. Are those solid? Nope. So yeah, we just want to do the same thing, cap these off. For this one, we could probably just do a extrude and then scale it in. And then just to keep it clean, we'll deselect these. And then do a bridge edge loop. And then we'll do that. That'll keep it nice and clean, and it'll make it easier down the road when you decide to UV it. The same thing here. First we'll extrude. And we'll scale it in a bit. Deselect to these verts. And just we can do this to both of these at once, or can we? Yeah. Extrude, scale without the Z. That should got both of them. Now we'll just select just the bottom one for now. Bridge edge loops. R. And this will make it so it'll be easier to texture this and UV map it and UV unwrap it. With an item like this, it's kind of it's a hard surface item, so you really want to like plan out your kind of think ahead a little bit while you're modeling about the UV mapping. It'll make your life a lot easier when you UV map this and pack it. So that should be good for this piece, the handle there. We'll remove doubles. See, what else do we have? We have this other detail here. H, edit mode. And this one, yeah, same thing. We'll just bridge these. Oops, not. Select all, make sure there's pretty much the same thing. Okay, what do we got going on here? These two separate parts? These are two separate pieces, okay. Not sure what you're trying to do here. Maybe you want this to be a have have some detail separate from this. Maybe. Okay, let's isolate it. So we'll just yeah, we'll just bridge those and make this a solid piece. But what we want to do is get rid of these faces and instead want to do the same thing, just kind of extrude these and scale them in a bit without the scale them without the Y. That way they go straight. And we'll switch to Control E again, bridge loops. Control R. And same thing on this side. Control R, insert loop. Now that's one nice solid piece. All quads, nice and clean. And then like we have one more piece. Isolate it. Edit mode. Okay, and then we probably just want to bridge these edge loops. Whoops. That should be fine for that piece. Move doubles. Yeah, that'll give you a nice like panel loop there. Let's see. Let me reset those faces. I don't know how detailed you want this object to be. That should be good though. I mean, we'll see what happens when we dynamesh that. You might want to, we might want to just subdivide it, just so it has a little more. Actually, you know what? We can probably do that in Zrbush. We'll see. Yeah, so basically you wanted, that's what I would do to get it ready to bring into Zrbush for sculpting. You want all your pieces to be, I think the term is manifold pieces. Not sure what's going on there. Let's look at this piece one more time. Now let's see what happens when we do subdivision on it. We'll do simple. Then we'll add one more, but not simple. Try to get a different mat cap. Looks pretty good. We definitely lost a lot of the form though. We'll just get rid of it. Get rid of this camera. But I think that should help get your model significantly more easy to work with in Zrbush. Let's see what happens when we bring it in there. Let's launch Zrbush here. Yeah, you know, it's sorry. Why didn't usually that makes a little notification. I do like the standing desk. Um, I don't know if it's something I would if I wouldn't have it as my only option. Like I do sit down for part of the day. Like I notice after a little while my legs just get kind of tired of standing in the same spot. But I do find it a little easier to work, especially when I sculpt. Like not necessarily when I'm like in Blender box modeling, but for like drawing and uh, painting, I guess I find it much more comfortable, and I find that I'm a little more productive. But for box modeling and other stuff similar to that, I like to sit down because I just use my keyboard so much more for with Blender. There's so many other weird shortcuts that Zrbush doesn't really have. But yeah, so far I like the standing desk. It's I do find that I don't get as tired either. Or maybe it's just in my head. I don't have any like scientific tests really yet or anything, but I definitely feel like I can work longer or stay focused longer. But my legs they definitely get tired. So I think down the road I'll get one of those desks that goes up and down because this one is locked in the stand-up position. But I have a really tall chair, so it sort of works out. But I can see why people like the option for the ones that go up and down, because that way you can work standing up part of the day and then you can just set it down and sit down, especially when you're gaming. I definitely don't like it when I'm gaming. All right, what was I doing? Oh, sorry. Let's see. Into there. And let's turn on. I think I have to make this one part if I'm going to use Go B. Okay. Should be one piece now. Yep. Okay. Let's call this Sort All. And let's see if Go B will cooperate today. And I see the model there, and there we go. Yay. All right. And let me get a different matte cap on there. Thing about Zrbush is Zrbush doesn't really respect creasing from Blender, unfortunately. I think there's like a way you can get it to do it from Maya and 3ds Max, but for some reason there might be a way you can get it to respect creasing from Blender or the hard edges, but it doesn't do it. That's weird. It triangulated that anyway. We must have had an extra vert there or something. That's so weird. It only did it on this side. Let's go into Z modeler and let's get rid of that edge. We don't need an edge there because that's a quad. There we go. I'm gonna make sure there's no other weirdness going on here. Okay, so I think what we can do is we can use Z modeler to crease the edges. Okay, let's do edge loop partial. And then we can subdivide it here in Zrbush. Let's see, I have dynamic subdiv somewhere on here. I don't use it very often. Oh well, I'll just do it here. Geometry, dynamic subdiv, dynamic. Oh, there's my button right there. Whoa, what happened there? Why did that do that? It's so weird. It's like it deleted this edge, but it's clearly still there. Something weird is going on there. Oh man, let's see what happens when we mirror this. Let's see, mirror and weld. Now let's see what we get. Four edges that are shared by more than two. Mesh integrity, fixed mesh. Okay. All right, that's a little more clean looking. Now we can. I think that should hold it. Gosh, Zrbush is so strange sometimes. Let me try to separate these parts into their own kind of parts. Let's see. Get this part and split it. No, we want to mask this and then split unmasked point and here. All right. Let's see, Z modeler. Oops. I haven't used Z modeler a whole ton, so I'm not that great with it. But it's, as far as I know, it's the best way to establish your hard edges without adding a ton of support loops. I think we want to crease this one. And just this one here. And we definitely want this one and that one. We want the point to be like, why didn't it go all the way down here? So weird. What happens? Okay, that's just weird. I guess maybe we do want this whole thing? That'll be alright. It should be okay. I think we held most of the form. Kind of weird working with such a long object in Zrbush. So let's just go ahead and get the rest of this. See, we want to crease there, here. Let me activate symmetry. That'll speed things up a bit. Definitely want to crease there, there. I think we want this one creased too. Yeah, we do. Here, here. It's not totally dissimilar to how you would do it in Blender. You know, you select the edges you want to be hard and you pick those. But it definitely, whoa. Has its quirks. If E. I guess it doesn't show it unless I have all the pieces of that model shown. What in the world? All right, let me just separate all of these because that is just weird. What is that? Oh, did I get that piece out of there somehow? Oh man. Okay. Okay. Split mask points. Why is it taking those? Split hidden. How about that? Weird. So weird. Oh, Zrbush. Why do you do these things? What happened? Let's see. I think when I did the fix mesh, it like merged the vertices from this piece and the piece that was next to it. So that's what's kind of messing with me here. So let's delete these on double so we can see it then. Okay, and then we'll go back to edges, bridge. Okay, that's a little better, I think. Crease. Crease. Should be us. Crease. All right, there we go. All right, looking good, looking good. Let's work on this piece. First, let's do that fix mesh, just in case. We don't have to worry about that. And we'll just do crease, edge loop partial. Pretty sure we want to crease those. That one. This one. Do we need that middle one? I don't think we need the middle one. Oh no, what happened there? Why? Why Zrbush? Why? So weird. Okay, I know what it is. These faces were the ones that were bridged, or they were merged the vertices. That should do it. Oh, one more. Why? Why? Did I miss one? Like that edge isn't there. Oh, what's going on? Zrbush. So weird. Crease, crease. That is weird. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see what happens when I inset this. Now we'll crease that one. It's like it's not respecting the crease for some reason. Oh, bizarre. Try it one more time. Wonder why it's not creasing that. Huh. Uh. There's something underneath there? Why do I have two of them? I just delete the wrong one. No? That's the one I am on. Now what's this? How do I have? Okay, there we go. All our pieces. Probably should have just tried to do this in Blender. I'm stumped. I don't know why that does that. With the dynamic subdiv. We might be able to get away with not subdividing this piece to begin with. Let's find out. Alright, let's finish creasing the rest of these edges. Okay, there's something weird going on here. What the? Okay, why won't it let me isolate this one? And we'll do this the hard way. Why is it doing that? So weird. It'll crease that edge, but not this one. I don't get it. The edge. I do not understand this Zrbush. Not sure what I'm doing wrong here. I'm gonna split this one off, see if that helps. Do a mirror and weld. There we go. Now it is cooperating. All right. So bizarre. And there it goes. Look at that. Why did it do that? Uh, oh gosh, that's what it was. For some reason, when I hit the fix mesh thing, it welded or merged some of the vertices. That is so bizarre. Oh god, I don't know how to. Oh, let's see. I know what to do. So I'll go to this piece, unmask, isolate. Okay, I have it back as one piece. Let's just do split hidden. That should work. Then we'll do a mirror and weld. What a fixed mesh. Oh. I'll have it crease. Yay, there we go. Damn you, Zrbush. Alright, then I think we want this one, that one. What's going on here? I'm gonna crease this edge. Damn, it's doing it again. It welded these two together. Damn it, Zrbush. What? What? Sorry, I think this is just, it's so strange. Oh, there we go. Do I have more than one of these now? I do. I do. That's what's going on. 2, 3. Oh no. I deleted that part. I didn't have it separated right. Nope, there it is. Yay. I don't need that one. Okay. I think that's all of them. Oh, select this. Split unmasked points. Split hidden. I guess that's something to keep in mind before you bring everything into, before you hit the fix mesh button. Make sure you separate your mesh. Otherwise, anything, any of the vertices that are in the same location will be merged. And that's not what we want. So weird. Why didn't it weld that one? Or crease that one? Sorry, this is taking way longer than I would like. Oops. crease. Good. There we go. Oh, still got that side. There we go. And we need this. Oh, come on. Come on, Zrbush. The struggle of Zrbush. So I need to delete that one. Bridge. At least I'm figuring out how to. What the? Oh, I have it on crease. Bridge. How to troubleshoot these things. Jump back to crease. Reset. That. Good. There we go. Yay. All right. Sorry guys. That was interesting. And now we'll jump over here to dynamic subdiv and we'll just actually what should we do? I'm going to go to jump to the top and I'm going to merge everything back into one. And then I'm going to make a duplicate. And go over here to geometry to dynamic subdiv. And I'm going to apply that to the duplicate. This way I have a backup. Always a good idea in Zrbush, even Blender, but definitely a good idea to always make a duplicate of your object. There we go, nice and divided. Looks good, all the things look okay. And then we'll just delete the lower. Now our model looks pretty good. And we can, from here, we can jump to a pretty high resolution. Let me make sure this is still, okay, it's still grouped. So let's jump up to like, let's try 512. We want no blur. We want groups. I'm gonna turn polish on because we want to touch a polish. I'm gonna hit Dynamesh. And we might get a little lag here for a second. Or not. Wow, that was fast. Okay, let's Control Z. That wasn't high enough. We might have to jump up to turn polish off, blur to 0, keep groups. There we go, that's a little better. Still a little choppy, huh? Damn. Let's see what happens when I do it individually. Or I guess groups don't matter here. Probably all right. Still not very high res. I guess jump up to 2048. There we go. That definitely held it. I think we'll have to split each piece separately and do a really high dynamish on it. And here, I assume you want this to like look like a separate piece a little bit. So like what I would do is I would hit this with the trim dynamic. Turn symmetry on. Why is it doing that? Why did my... There we go. And knock this down. Because when you not trim dynamic, I'm sorry, let's just smooth it. Just hit it with the smooth brush. Because when you're separating parts and you kind of want it to look like there's different panels, unless you want it to be something totally hidden, you don't, it's generally a good idea not to let it have a super sharp edge. Like in general, you don't even want super sharp edges on any of your models. On the blade, it's okay, but for the sake of the bake and the normal map, you want to give it a little bit of a beveled or rounded edge because it just looks better. It gives it something for light to reflect off of, and it brings out the detail. Come out here. I haven't done a whole lot of hard surface stuff like this, so I could be a little wrong in some of this information, but I'm pretty sure that's generally the case. Like you can really see how that makes that piece in the middle pop out more. Here, let's switch to this one now. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just do a super high. Oh no, wait. Groups. Now we'll do it. I think I have the whole sword there, yeah. Isolate that part. And we'll do the same thing real quick here. We'll just go through and polish. That part's not going to be seen, so we don't really have to worry about it. That edge, we should probably leave. Why did it make it so ugly there? We'll just have to sculpt that out. Here, not sure why it did that. Oh, this is that piece that's super weird piece. Let's see what happens when we crease that now. That's so weird. It still doesn't want to let me select that edge. Let's delete. Not entirely sure why Zrbush, why the poly modeler won't cooperate with that. See what happens when we I'll go ahead and delete all of these. Whoa, what's going on? Oh man, did I delete some? Wait a second. That was weird. Like there's two polys there. Maybe that's what was happening. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this one more time, Zrbush. Now that I have a bajillion edges on here. Oh hey, how you doing? I don't know what's going on with my audio. None of the notification sounds are... Oh, not that one. Oh. I guess it would help if I turned my speakers on, huh? Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see here. Where was I? Edge, edge. Now it doesn't want to let me pick those edges. Uh, what the? Why did it do that? So weird. Let's see what happens. We go in Blender. And these two parts. Split these off for now. In edit mode. Okay, there are no double vertices on it. That should be fine. Okay, I'm going to see if I can go be that into Zrbush. And I did. Okay, so this one. Split hidden. I'm going to delete this. Okay. And yeah, you can see ZBrush when you hit fix mesh, it welded or merged these faces together. I'm gonna just delete this one too. Now I will insert this. All right, now that I know GoB is cooperating, I love it when that works. Sometimes the GoB thing doesn't work right. Right. Hop back to this one. Insert 3. Is that the right one? There we go. Insert that one. There we go. Okay, now that we know this piece is fine, let's see what happens when I just dynamesh it without not quite high enough. That should be plenty good. Now do the same thing real quick. Yeah, that's much easier to work with. Ooh. Symmetry. I'll just go and hit this, but I'll turn my intensity down for my smooth, about 50. It seems to be affecting it a lot. I don't want it to do it that much. And I'll just go through. Yeah, so I guess it's better not to divide it. You just can jump straight to a higher Dynamesh resolution. Huh, that didn't turn out at all how I was hoping. And then huh. Maybe you do need to divide it. I might be totally wrong. Come on. Come on. Man, I haven't had this hard of a time with anything in a long time. There we go. Hello. All right. Let's see what happens when we divide this without smoothing. Or we'll do divide. And we'll delete lower. Then we'll have a divide with smoothing. Nope. Divide. 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 Lower. Still don't have enough resolution. Let's see how that works when we smooth it. $100. There we go. Not sure why it's moving in the topology so much when I smooth it. Shouldn't be doing that. There we go. You can see how it helps catch the light there on there. Even though I don't have very good anti-aliasing right now. Get a different matte on there. Ooh. Guess we could try that. Hmm. And let's try to dynamesh that now. Ooh. I think part of the issue was the scale of the item was so large that I'm having to go to these crazy resolutions to Dynamesh it. But you can see how that helps make that item, that part of the sword there, pop out a little better when you smooth that edge there. Although that does look a little doughy. I think we'll have to troubleshoot this a little more tomorrow. Getting pretty close to a little over an hour now, so I think I'll jump back into Blender and probably rescale this to be smaller. Okay, that didn't work. Let me reset the location to the 3D cursor. There we go. And then we'll try it tomorrow. I'll try to see if that helps. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a stream. Save this. And tomorrow we'll try to see, or not tomorrow, on Wednesday, we'll see what we can do to get this working better. I think the topology is okay, but we'll find out. All right, guys. I will see you on Wednesday. Have a good day.